everyone, this is HJJ Halloween, and today I am back with probably the most highly requested unboxing I have ever done on the channel, which is Pennywise from Spirit Halloween. So as you guys can see, I am wearing my Menacing Molly 25 million shirt. If you want to get this or anything else on the HJJ Halloween merch shop, there's plenty of designs in there. I'm hoping to update it with even more very soon. Right now, I have at least 3 designs going on over there. I also have the jack-o'-lantern logo, if you want to look at that. I have another one with like HTJ and the jack-o'-lantern logo, but in black. Those ones are really cool as well. Of course, you can also get the Menacing Molly. And all shirts are $14.99, and all hoodies are $24.99. There should be some sort of card that popped up on the side right here. There will be a link down in the description at the very top. And there also should be like a bar previewing some of the products. So definitely go ahead and check out the HJJ Halloween merch shop if you want to support the channel and get some really cool designs. Because especially like the jack-o'-lantern logo, it doesn't even have to be related to the channel. It just actually looks like a really cool pumpkin shirt for Halloween. So definitely check that out. But I know you guys have been waiting for a very long time for me to do Pennywise. I have gotten at least one comment asking where the heck is Pennywise in every single video and on every single Instagram post. And so now you guys can stop that because I finally got my hands on one. But let me show you guys the box really quick just because I know a lot of you guys like to see that. It's a pretty hefty and heavy box. But here's the front, and what's really cool with the licensed ones is we always get a little bit of a different design. It's not the typical tree design. They kind of replace that with more of a faded, it has the house that Pennywise lives in, the well house.very. I'm sure there's other stuff I could find in here that's kind of cool little tidbits. You know, they have other stuff going on here, but you can see that house pretty well. And then they also have this art of Pennywise that, you know, I don't think you can find that anywhere else. Here is one of the side pictures. This is just a close-up of the picture that is on the front, but that is definitely cool. Hopefully you can see it well. You know, sometimes there's a glare. There's nothing really to be seen on the back except for Pennywise, and it talks about some stuff about it. And then here is the picture on the side, which is a different picture. It's a side angle. So that is that. The face is, like I say, super realistic looking. Okay, now I'm gonna just go ahead and jump into opening it up. Also, we have on the top here, it says "it" in that awesome font. I'm gonna make sure you guys can see. Yep, you can see. This is perfect. So it says "it" right there in the classic Pennywise, or in the classic It movie font. It stands 6.5 feet tall. So that is pretty tall. Not quite 7 feet, but just half a foot under the 7-foot giant ones. So it is a big guy. And he also, I don't know if that's when he's fully extended or, you know what. Now, I figured this was going to be a pull-out cardboard container type of thing. So that's why I have the camera still angled down. Let me see. All right. Looks good. Let's pop it out. This is the cardboard compartment. I'm going to have to cut this tape off. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, there's some stuff that's actually fallen down in there. It doesn't have a bottom to it. Okay. This is the compartment. There is one thing. I guess this is his little neck piece right here. I'm gonna go ahead and, well, I'll start pulling some stuff out because I can actually just rip this, so I don't need scissors. I will need scissors though because it looks like there is some zip ties, so when I get to that I will grab those. Here is his clothing piece, which is very, very accurate to the movie design. Probably would have liked to have seen it have a little bit more like dirty details on it. It looks super polished and perfect, but I guess that's okay if that's what they were going for because it is very accurate to the movie design. That's one of the things I do have good to say about this is that it is one of the most, you know, accurate to the movie looking props, and the face especially. Here are the 2 hands. It looks like the balloon just sticks into the side of the hand. I don't know if I really like that, but that's okay. I guess that's because they just, I don't know, they probably could have just made a fist. He has the same mechanism as the Forest Demon, which you guys have seen a while back on the channel, and it's just a smaller version. It's not quite as big. Now, this is something I really love, is how accurate and how much effort was put into the detail of these shoes. The shoes look exactly like they do in the movie. They really got the design down to a T, pom-pom and all, and they just look so awesome. It really brings it together. They could have easily opt out for that, or copped out for that, and just done, you know, some basic Hugs the Clown, Towering Clown molds that they've always had, and I think a lot of other versions of the Pennywise prop do have just basic shoes. So definitely like the Spirit one for having an incredible design. Now here is the head. This is the part I'm most excited to see, of course, with every prop, but this is like really cool because it's Pennywise's head. Whoa. Whoa. I actually thought they didn't have any crack detail like on where the forehead has the cracks in it, and it looks like they do. Oh my goodness, guys. Whoa, and the hair on mine is super perfect. Oh my God, it looks like they got the model for me, guys. Look how awesome that is. I mean, the shape of the face is down to a T. I couldn't have asked Spirit for any better for how this thing looks. This is awesome. So that's the exciting part out of the way. Now I do have to go get some scissors in order to cut out the mechanism. We also have in here some stuff that's glued down. Looks like it's made by the same difficult company, so that's not promising, but whatever. We're probably gonna have to deal with zip ties and everything, which makes my instructional setups a lot harder to produce afterwards. But this is the box that's probably gonna have the control box and zip ties and screws and everything, because it looks like it's made by that company again. They're really doing everything this year. Don't know exactly what company it is. This is the adapter right here. This is his instructions. All right, I got my trusty scissors right here. And now I'm gonna go ahead and get the mechanism and base out. All right, here is the main piece. Like I said, it is a smaller version of the exact same mechanism we have for Forest Demon, and I'm not mad at the fact that he is popping up. You know, I think they could have done something else, but I really couldn't say like what, so you know, I'm not disappointed that they're recycling that animation there. I guess he could have been like lunging or something, but sometimes that's like really slow and looks stupid, so I'm glad that it's a jump scare at least. Here is this is just a piece that I recall having to use for Forest Demon. This is a box that has some sort of, I guess it has all of the poles in it, so I'll open that up later when we need to use it. And here is the base. So that's the base. I'm gonna go ahead, open up the instructions, and get started on setting them up. Okay, so starting off here, we have the base with the front label, of course, facing the front. And then you have to just take the two long straight metal poles and attach A and B to the corresponding notches on the base. It doesn't matter which one goes where, I don't think, because, or actually it has labels, so I guess we might as well do it as it says, but they're both just straight poles. This one right here doesn't have a label on it, but it should be this one because the one back here has a label that says B, so I'll match B. Here we go. And oh, here's some straw. I wonder what that might be from. Now the two feet have to be slid over the leg poles. Once again, I absolutely love these shoes. They're one of my favorite aspects of the design. Okay, this foot is kind of leaning a bit. So now working our way up, we have these two small little connection poles here, weird shapes, but they each have the labels of D and C, which is what we're looking for because this one has C. So it gets a little bit confusing, but the stickers are actually really necessary on this one. And D is this one right there. All right, and now the last two poles we have to go on are these two odd-shaped poles as well. We're looking for the connections of F and E. This one right here is F, so his legs kind of bend all which way. It's like his knees are bending out like that. And there's no foam that goes over these, which is kind of different from most props like this. But I think the pant legs just have like a form-fitting fabric, or not form-fitting, a shaping fabric material that keeps them looking like they have shape. And then this one is E, which goes on to this. So right here. All right, that's popped out. And now we are ready to move on to whatever's after the legs. Now we have to put the entire outfit over top of the legs. It's very, very heavy. It looks like the pant legs slide out right here. And yeah, like I said, it has this really thick shaping fabric underneath. A little tedious dealing with pants. There you go. And it shows it just being, see there's Velcro on the back here. I think we just want to open it all the way up and slide it down to get it out of our way of these connections up here. This is the piece that we want to attach next. You definitely want to be very careful with this because this is his entire mechanism. This is what makes him move. So I'm going to try to slide it over each of these poles. A little bit of bend issues here. This is always kind of tedious. And there we go. Get those two push pins. Twist it around. Alright, and it looks like both of them are snap locked in. Okay, so I forgot an entire step, or I skipped an entire step that I was supposed to do before putting that on, but I think it might be easier actually now that it's hanging on something. I don't have to hold it. But this piece right here, just this plastic piece, this is the plastic extender, has to be attached to right here, kind of a weird spot with, it kind of goes in right there. It's like slides in. That has to be screwed in with 6 little screws. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that off camera. So I finished putting in all of those silver screws into that plastic piece to hold it onto the mechanism. This is the thing that you attach the springs to these notches, so it is very important that you don't forget to put those screws in because it will bust. And also just for those of you that are actually putting this together using this video, this thing kind of like clamps on at first and it feels like it's a really tight fit. Don't worry that you're gonna break it. It is supposed to clamp on. The plastic actually fits on really tight and stays on by itself. And then it's easy to put those screws on. I found it to be pretty easy to put the screws on once this thing was already like hooked up and just hanging here. So I know you're supposed to do this in reverse order, but I would recommend just putting this on first and then screwing in that plastic piece. So now we do want to take the springs that are very heavy duty, so be careful here, and pull those all the way down to this notch. I'm kind of concerned about it snapping back. This is actually what gives it the motion. So it's very important that you do this. Keep in mind that this is a step that is supposed to have already been done, so I'm doing stuff out of order here, but in the instructional setup, which will be coming out next, I will have this very condensed and perfect, to the instructions on how to follow. Now is the time to put the head with the shoulder form onto the plastic notch up here, and I hope that this, wait a minute. I definitely am entirely flipped around. It needs to go on like this. There we go. Now that's looking good. I'm hoping that this is the already popped up position. I think it's not. It's definitely not, because all of this has to go. I don't know if it can fit in here. I'm kind of concerned about that. These pants are supposed to have some sort of hook. Yeah, right here you see this. This is supposed to go over those hooks, I believe. So that is going to keep the pants held up. Here is this one on this side. Get caught on something. That's supposed to go right there. It feels like that's too high. I don't know what is up with my hooks right here, but when I do this, the foam is showing like this isn't reaching at all. So I'm not really sure what's going on. I'm just going to leave that one unhooked and pull the clothes up over the shoulders because that's the next thing. Because I don't know why it's not working. These really like unvelcro all the way around. I'm gonna have to move this a little bit. You guys can see. Oh, I actually need to screw on the head first. I'm just gonna do that off camera. So see, I got the screw in there. Now I'm actually just gonna plug in some of these wires that I know are gonna have to be dealt with later on. This is super long. Oh, this is definitely just gonna go on the control box. This hook as multi-purpose to also hang on the control box. That's what I'm gonna do here. Then these wires, I'm just gonna do it before I hang up the costume, have to be plugged in. That's like excessively long. Then this one, oh, that one comes out over there. So let's move this over here and do this one. I guess it makes sense why it has to be long because it moves, the head moves up, so that makes sense. And then of course IR sensor, it's in the shirt somewhere, and that goes right on the side. And then I am just gonna pull this up. Now that I have all those wires done, makes my life a lot easier. This shoulder frame is not, okay, there we go. Yeah, very thick and expensive feeling costume. Now each of these arms need to be fed through the sleeve. So here they are. This one is obviously the left, this is the right. You know, somehow you have to get it, that metal thing in, and it's just a lot more aggravating than when you have snap locks. So I am gonna have to undo this. It's always a pain. Here's the arm. So this is really weird because it just comes, you know, completely straight. So this whole piece isn't even bent, it's just completely vertical. And then all you have is like a bent piece right there. It's hard to see with the distortion of this thing. But the hole is all the way in there. So you have to really bend the arm like out here, and then the wire goes up here, and then that is where it has like the 90-degree angle with this little notch that goes all the way through that hole. It was very confusing because it just says secure it to the head, the mount underneath the head. It doesn't explain anything, but I'm just gonna do the other arm as well and then secure it on with the zip ties. Okay, now I have both the arms in with the zip ties that are like super extra long, and we gotta cut those off. Some snip action. Right like that. And then once that's done, we'll get this back on. It's always difficult because they'll tell you to zip up the clothing and then you have to open it up like five different steps later. So you always kind of just leave it open until you're done. And now I'll Velcro it in the back. These arms are posable, and like I said, you have to actually bend the wire in order to get it in right. So don't worry if it is being confusing, because it is really confusing. And you can bend this up. The arms are posable like that. So here is the balloon. Don't want it to pop, so I think that's good enough. I'll let some out. Okay, there's our balloon right here. You pull it, yeah, it just says fix it to the thing. It goes like that. It slides in, and then it kind of settles in that spot right there. So it goes like this. These two sticks that just go together. One of them goes in here. Okay. That goes in there. This goes in here. Oh my god. That's way too long. I don't know, maybe you can have it taller. Just gonna do it like that. Very confusing. Oh my god. How is this balloon gonna stay in? Go in, oh, there. It does go in, but that's as far as it goes, so I don't want to attach it to the other one. All right, I got him out here in the garage now so I can do his demo and his first activation, but I forgot to put on this pretty important part, which is the ruffles. So those need to go like this. Some people are complaining that the ruffles are not big enough, but I think that, you know, they're okay. I guess it might have been a little bit too excessive for them to have them as big as they are in the movie. Sorry for all the background crickets, but I think this is the right plug, so... Oh, I don't know what setting he's on now, but let's see if it works. Oh, it does. Wow, very low audio. Okay, that's cool. Wow. He looks cool. But that audio is so low. Okay, well, I definitely love it. I really, really love the animation. I really, really love the look. But I do agree, the audio is pretty low, and unfortunately I don't have the time right now to get like an external speaker, which before I do his demo, because I am going to do his demo right now. But yeah, he is super, super awesome. I think he is a really, really cool one for this year. Honestly, he's really one of my top favorites now, seeing him in person. He just has some incredible detail, one of the highest quality that we've seen, and I definitely highly recommend him. Also, the movies are great. If you haven't seen either of the It movies, go check them out. They're really, really fun and awesome. Like I said at the beginning of this video, there will be a link to my Instagram down below, as well as the H2J Halloween merch shop. And if you want to buy Pennywise or anything else on Spirit Halloween's website for the Halloween season, there will be a link to their website down in the description. And if you buy anything on that link, you will be helping out me and the channel at no extra cost to you. And there will actually be a 20% off discount code down there to help you make these prices a little bit less scary. Alright guys, thank you all so much for watching this unboxing, and I will see you in the next one.